In the vast history of Doctor Who, few eras have been as divisive as those of the 7th Doctor, Sylvester McCoy, and the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker. Both of these eras share striking similarities, particularly in how they handled the show's lore, their initial avoidance of the Trinity villains, the Daleks, the Cybermen, and the Master, and the eventual return of these iconic adversaries in their later seasons. Despite these parallels, the reception to each era has been drastically different, with McCoy's era gaining a cult following over time, while Whittaker's tenure faced criticism for being what many consider a soulless period in the show's history. Welcome to the Snake Pit, where we're full of bile and venom. I'm your host, Snake Demon, and today I want to compare the 7th Doctor's era to Jodie Whittaker's, and why one stands tall while the other falls flat. When Sylvester McCoy took over as the Doctor in 1987, Doctor Who was in a precarious position. The show had been suffering from declining ratings and a waning public interest. McCoy's first season, season 24, notably avoided the use of the Daleks, Cybermen, and the Master, opting instead to introduce new villains and experiment with a lighter tone. Similarly, Jodie Whittaker's debut in 2018 with season 11 also steered clear of these classic villains, aiming to refresh the series with new monsters and a focus on standalone episodes. However, while McCoy's era quickly shifted gears in its second season, bringing back the Daleks in remembrance of the Daleks and gradually embracing a darker, more complex tone, Whittaker's era struggled to find a consistent identity. McCoy's portrayal of the Doctor evolved into a more mysterious and manipulative figure, which, coupled with the return of the Daleks and Cybermen, helped to rekindle interest in the show. His era also saw significant changes to the show's lore, particularly with the introduction of the Cartmel Master Plan, which hinted at deeper ancient mysteries about the Doctor's origins. Whittaker's era, on the other hand, attempted a similar shake-up with the controversial Timeless Child arc, which drastically altered the Doctor's backstory. This change was met with mixed reactions, with many fans feeling it undermined the character's established lore rather than enriching it. While McCoy's era is often praised for its ambition and the way it deepened the Doctor's mythos, Whittaker's era is frequently criticized for being soulless and lacking the emotional depth that Doctor Who is known for. Both eras also saw the return of the Trinity in their later seasons. McCoy's second and third seasons featured the Daleks, Cybermen, and the Master, with stories that are now considered classics. Unfortunately, Whittaker's attempts to reintroduce these villains in her second and third seasons failed to resonate as strongly with audiences. The Daleks, Cybermen, and the Master returned, but the stories were often seen as lackluster, failing to capture the intensity and excitement that previous eras had managed to evoke. Another key similarity between the two eras is the plummeting ratings. McCoy's time as the Doctor saw the show's ratings continue to decline, ultimately leading to the show's hiatus in 1989. Whittaker's era has similarly faced a significant drop in viewership, with many longtime fans expressing disappointment in the show's direction and writing. However, while McCoy's era is now appreciated for its creative risks and has a loyal fan base, Whittaker's era has yet to see such a positive re-evaluation, with many still regarding it as one of the weaker periods in the show's long history. In conclusion, while there are undeniable parallels between the 7th Doctor's era and the 13th Doctor's tenure, the two periods have been received very differently by fans and critics alike. McCoy's era, despite its struggles, is remembered for its bold storytelling and rich character development, qualities that have helped it endure. Whittaker's era, on the other hand, has been widely criticized for its lack of soul and its failure to recapture the magic that makes Doctor Who so beloved. I'm Snake Demon, and this has been the Snake Pit. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, and leave your thoughts in the comments, where I won't read them.